All right, folks, here we go. Next up, fighting out of the blue corner and representing CAO Brasilia Cigars, Al Buck.
There we see Mr. Big, Al Buck, walking out, representing Evo Fight Club out of Vineyard, New Jersey. They bring in a 6-7 record, 2 KOs, 1 submission. You see him yesterday step on the scale at our outdoor weigh-in, looking very much in shape, very much focused.
Well, he's coming off a big win against Joey Knockdown Brown, and he finished Joey with a head kick that was really amazing.
Yeah, this is I consider this Pat's first real test for a striker. Pat's I don't know if you guys know Pat. Pat's a very long, he's tall. He's got a lot of reach advantages, size advantages for a lightweight.
Well, you know something, Pat comes in at 155, but by today he'll be about 175 or 180.
Yeah, he'll be close to 75. I know for a fact he does not like to cut to 55. He likes the catch weight of 160. He likes to fight at 170. But 55 is a tough one for him. But it's good to see him down there because it gives him so many advantages.
Well, you know, Al Buck, he knows that Pat's a taller opponent, so he's got a game plan for it to try to get his head down before he starts hitting him.
Pat has a very good jab. He uses his jab very well, but he telegraphs stuff. Like I wish I could have capitalized more on doing stuff with Pat, but I took both those fights on very short notice. This fight has been in the works for a while. So
and let's kick it back up to Chris Garrity to get in Pat Audinwood right now.
Next up, fighting out of the red corner and representing CAO Italia Cigars, Pat Audinwood.
Here we see Pat Audinwood. When I fought Pat, he had the nickname Pat Awesomely Awesome Audinwood. I think he's using the nickname Undefeated for this fight. You see him at the weigh-in yesterday. Pretty happy that he made weight after a pretty big weight cut.
Well, you know something, Pat at that weigh-in yesterday, man, he looks drained, though.
He looks like a zombie when he weighs in. But he fills in, it gives him a big advantage, especially when you fight later in the night.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, that's what wrestlers do really well in MMA. These guys are used to cutting that weight, and sometimes they come in against their opponents, and they're much bigger than their opponents.
Yeah, the only disadvantage is if you mistime it or if you misdiet it. It's hard because you got to realize you're dehydrating your muscles, and nutritionally they say it takes 2 to 3 days to rehydrate fully. So technically you don't have 2 to 3 days, so it's hard to make your muscles fire like optimally and make everything. It's hard for your brain to be sharp when you cut all that weight. You're dehydrating your brain, you're dehydrating your muscles, your heart, your veins. Everything's losing water. So it's definitely going to affect you. If you don't rehydrate properly, you're kind of screwed. You could stand there like a deer in headlights.
Well, you fought at 155, 145. I mean, and the 180.
Yeah, I fought as high as 205 and down to 145. I consider myself a very good weight cutter. I hire a nutritionist, and we try to do it right, but still, the week before a fight, sometimes I cut anywhere 15, 20 pounds.
All right, and here we go with the official introductions. Chris Garrity, the voice of American Steel Cage Fighting.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening, and it's a lightweight contest scheduled for 3 rounds. Introducing first this man standing to my left and coming out of the blue corner. He's a freestyle fighter with a professional mixed martial arts record of 10 victories with 8 defeats, and 5 out of those victories coming by way of knockout. He stands in at 5'10" tall and weighted at 155 1/2 pounds. Hailing from Vineland, New Jersey, and representing Team Evo, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Big Al Buck. His opponent is this man standing my right and coming out of the red corner. He stands in at 6 feet tall and weighed in at 155 pounds. He's a freestyle fighter who's amassed an undefeated professional mixed martial arts record of 7 victories, 0 defeats, and 1 bout ending by way of draw. Representing the Bomb Squad and hailing from Cortland, New York, the undefeated Pat Awesomely Awesome Audinwood!
And there's that nickname I was telling you about.
Yeah, Awesomely
And your
Awesome.
referee in charge of this lightweight contest, Steve Rita.
Pat is actually cousins with John Franchi of the WEC.
Yeah, he's actually his main training partner slash trainer slash coach slash friend slash living partner. So they eat, sleep, and breathe fighting. You know, it's a good guy to have living with you.
Talking to Al Buck before, he just wants his family to know that he loves his wife and kids. And let's see if he can repeat that head kick that he did against Joey Knockdown Brown.
Yeah, it might be tough to kick a head kick like this, but a guy that does a lot of takedowns like Pat Audinwood, you might be able to catch him coming in on a takedown and catch him in the in-between phase with a kick. We actually saw Pat warming up earlier today with Ryan Ciatoli, working on the jab and working on his takedowns and working on actually keeping his right hand up. I guess watching for the hooks and just not getting hit. But he doesn't mind stepping right in there. He's popping that jab.
Yeah, Al's throwing some punches, you know, but always he's wary of the takedown.
There's his head kick.
Oh, and then he takes Pat Audinwood down, which was a surprise.
And that is the proper thing to do against a guy like Audinwood. In my fight against Pat, I was able to mount him and advance some positions on him. A little tough to get close to him. He kind of stays out of your striking range.
Okay, we've got blood already.
We got blood, and as Audinwood's actually kind of looking for a triangle. It's actually it's Al Buck bleeding.
Yeah, it looks like he's bleeding from the eye.
Yeah, he's bleeding a decent amount actually. I can't see it in front of me, but I see it on the monitor. And there Pat goes. He's securing a nice little underhook, keeping it close to his head. He's going to try to push up actually for a lefty triangle.
This is, you know, a place where wrestlers generally don't want to be on their back.
No, but I'm sure between the amount of wrestlers, Pat's no takedown whiz, so I'm sure he ends up on his back. He's got guys like John Jones, Franchi, even Kevin Jordan's probably throwing him on his back, so I'm sure he's used to being on his back. This is probably nothing much, and I'm sure they know it's a weakness of his.
Well, you know, when it's only a 9-minute fight.
There he throws, and he has a triangle locked. It's in. This fight's over. That's a done triangle right there.
Oh,
and tapped. It's over. Fight's over.
Yep, you call that one.
Once you get to that position, you're done. There's really no way out, especially a guy like Pat's going to finish that.